Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I am Nitz from SM Stationery and welcome to this afternoon's Art Fest 2023. Welcome, everyone. First off, we would like to thank you all for joining us this afternoon. For those who may not know, we at SM Stationery does this every year and we partner with the popular arts and crafts brands to celebrate arts and creativity. But before we start, we cannot wait to see your beautiful masterpieces later. But let us show you first our webinar house rules for a very smooth flow of our workshop this afternoon. Okay, so first off, which is the very important rule, no, we have to please remain muted at all times. So please start muting your system at this time so we can all focus and develop a great masterpiece at the end of the workshop. Secondly, if you have any questions, we have our chat box. So feel free to type your questions in the chat box and we will get back to you shortly. Number 3, in observance of the DPA, please note that this webinar is recorded for documentation purposes only. And lastly, we will have a groovy at the end of the workshop, so show your best artwork later. And I believe our friends from Titus is now ready. So let me pass on the mic to them. Thank you very much for joining us and see you all again later after the workshop.
Hi everyone! Welcome to our Titus Easy Calligraphy Workshop hosted by SM Stationery. I'm so honored to see you all here. We are jam-packed, punong-puno ang ating Zoom meeting. So let me know first in the chat box, saan po kayo nanonood? Where are you learning in from? So that I can give a shout out bago tayo magsimula, just to break the ice. So feel free to chat. I'm so happy to see everyone's faces. Wow, we have from Sucat, Parañaque, from Baysa, Caloocan, Quezon City, Aklan. Wow, so all over the Philippines po pala tayo ngayon, from Pasay, Cainta, si Miss Michelle from San Mateo, Rizal. And nakakatuwa po kasi halo-halo po tayo dito. We have kids, we have adults, so talaga nga naman po, ang calligraphy, it's all for everyone. From San Juan and Valenzuela, Las Piñas. Okay, so hello po, and I hope that you are all excited for this workshop. My name is Maricar Ramos. I am the artist behind 7 Brush Strokes. And in this workshop, we are going to learn easy calligraphy. So if you have already prepared your art kits, so you have your papers with you, and of course, your Titus doodle art, doodle markers, and your pens. Okay, so now you can see my paper, and I have already prepared the Titus HD doodle marker. So this is what we are going to use for today's workshop. Okay, so hello everyone. We are now going to officially start the class. So prepare all your worksheets and materials, and let's get started. Okay, so first of all, let me define what is easy calligraphy and how it is different with brush pen calligraphy. So I have here 2 types of pen. So one is the Titus brush, and this one is the Titus HD. So you can see that when I use the Titus brush, the tip is like a felt tip marker. Unlike with this Titus HD, you can see that it is like a bullet tip. So this is what we are going to use today because it will be easier for us to achieve the art of beautiful writing. So ano nga ba ang easy calligraphy and how we can do it the way that it will look like real calligraphy? So as you can see, when I use a Titus brush pen, when I exert heavy pressure, it can create thick downstroke. And when I apply light pressure, so pataas, the pressure is light, and then so we created thin upstroke. So ang rule kasi in calligraphy is that all your strokes going downwards should be thick, and all your strokes going upward are thin. Now, it will be easier for us to imitate this because we have this Titus doodle marker. So we will use the fine side of it. This has two sides. One is the extra fine, and this one is the fine side. So all we're going to do to imitate this thick downstroke is draw a rectangle and then fill it with color. So easy, right? So now we have our thick downstroke using only our Titus HD marker. And then for our thin upstroke, all we have to do is draw an upward stroke like this. So these two strokes are the foundation of calligraphy. Whether you are doing it with brush pen or you're doing it with a regular marker, this is the foundation. All strokes going downwards are thick, and all strokes going upwards are thin. Now, before we proceed to learning how to form the lowercase letters and writing words, we need first to understand some basic strokes. So why do we learn the basic strokes? So basic strokes, we have downstroke, thin stroke, and now we have the underturn stroke. So underturn stroke, it's like a U shape. Now, para malaman natin saan tayo maglalagay ng shading, so we are going to analyze. Saan ba papunta yung pen natin? So when we drew this U shape, yung pen natin dito is pababa. And then here naman, pataas. So ano yung rule natin? Thick downstrokes. All the strokes going downwards are thick. Since dito yung ating pababa, dito tayo ngayon maglalagay ulit ng line. And we are going to thicken this manually. Unlike kasi sa brush pen, so I'm using again a brush pen, when I apply heavy pressure here and release the pressure, so it automatically creates thick and thin lines. Since we are doing easy calligraphy, all we have to do is just draw our thick downstrokes. No need to think of when will I lift the pressure, when should I apply heavy pressure. So it's like only drawing our strokes. So there is our U shape or underturn strokes ang tawag dito. Yan, underturn. Now we have overturn. So kabaligtaran naman nito ang gagawin natin. So from below up and then baligtad na U shape. So let's analyze again. This one, it's going upwards. And here we are going downwards. So saan tayo ngayon maglalagay ng thick downstroke? Here on this side. So mahalaga din na medyo ipa-follow nyo yung curve niya para mas natural yung magiging look ng ating pen calligraphy. So it's up to you if you want to leave it empty or if you want to fill it with colors. Since this is modern style, you are free to do so. So minsan naglalagay ako ng ibang kulay sa loob or minsan naman parehas na kulay lang. So this is our overturn stroke. So later, all these basic strokes will make sense once we form the lowercase letters. So next we have our compound curve. So compound curve naman, it is a combination of our underturn and overturn stroke. So, paano yon? Unahin natin si overturn stroke. So, parang gagawa lang tayo ng wave. Yan. So, we have a wave. And then, on this side, we went up. Here, we went down. And here, we went up again. So, all strokes going downwards should be thick. So, dito tayo ngayon maglalagay. So, I am following the curve para hindi naman siya sobrang straight. Kasi kapag ginawa nyo siyang parang straight lang na ganyan, so you have an edge here. So, hindi siya magandang tignan. So, I am following the curve. And then, I'll just fill it in with color. So, this one, it's called compound curve. Okay? Now, we are also doing reverse compound curve. So, paano naman yung reverse compound curve? Kanina nag-start tayo sa ibaba. Ngayon naman, we're going to start from the top. Create U shape. And then, babalik ulit tayo sa baba. So, wiggly stroke like this. And then, analyzing here, this one, it's going downwards. Yung gitna naman, going upwards. And the last stroke, it's going downwards. So, this time, we have two sides of thick stroke. So, isa dito. And then, here also. So, minsan merong mga tao na komportable silang maglagay ng thick downstroke sa loob. So, kunwari dito, naglagay ka dyan, pwede rin naman dito. As long as pantay sila visually. And then you can fill it with colors. Yan. So, there are two ways. And you can always try it on your own, whatever style works for you. Pwede nyo i-try. Okay, now let's move on sa oval shape. So, oval shape, it's really simple, like drawing literally an oval. So, now I have an oval shape. And then when we analyze it, this one, we go downwards, and here is upwards. So now, I'm going to draw following this curve. So medyo i-curve ko yung line ko para maganda, and then fill it in with colors. So mapapansin nyo, kapag sobrang straight yung ginawa nyong line, na pag ganyan lang, isang straight line, medyo off siyang tignan. Parang hinati lang natin yung oval. So, mas maganda kung medyo i-curve nyo din yung pag-shade nyo sa kanya. Okay? And then, we have reverse oval. So, kanina, nag-start tayo dito sa kanan. Now, try naman natin mag-start sa left side. So, mag-draw lang ulit tayo ng oval. Oval na nagsisimula sa left side. And then, thicken this part kasi this one is going upwards. This one is downwards. Yan. So, again, mas maganda kapag ang paglalagay natin ng shading, pina-follow natin yung curve kung may curve man. Hindi katulad dito sa thick downstroke, since rectangle lang naman ito, so natural lang na talagang straight lang siya. But if we have a curve, it's advisable na follow natin yung curve para mas natural siyang tignan. Okay? So now, we move on to last two basic strokes. So yung basic stroke na next is an ascending stem loop. So itong ascending stem loop na to, medyo doble siya nung height nitong mga naunang basic stroke natin. So, kung kunwari, ito ang aking thick downstroke, ito yung aking underturn, So ngayon, yung next is doble naman yung kanyang height. So I'll start with a loop. Yan. Tapos mapapansin nyo, meron ako ditong gap na iniwan. Kasi dyan ako maglalagay nung line. Yan. So this one is the ascending stem loop. Gagamitin natin to mamaya sa mga letter H, letter B, letter D. So ascending stem loop. So kung mapapansin nyo, ito yung height ng ating dalawang stroke. Ngayon, nadoble yung height niya. So mas mataas siya. Hindi sila pantay nitong mga naunang strokes natin. Yung mga naunang stroke, pantay-pantay lang sila. Pero this time, ito, doble yung height niya. Okay? So that's one to take note. Ngayon naman, yung last is our descending stem loop. So kabaligtaran naman ito ngayon. So I'll draw a line here para ma-visualize nyo yung height niya. Yan. So ito yung ating ascending stem loop. Now for the descending stem loop, mag-start naman tayo pababa and then loop. So yan naman ang difference ng height nila. Doble siya pero sa baba. Tapos magdo-drawing ulit ako dito following the curve. Yan. So nag-curve ako dito kasi dito yung ating downstroke and ito is upstroke na. So mapapansin nyo kapag hindi smooth yung transition dito, maybe you draw it a straight line like this. So, wag gawing straight line yung bottom. Kailangan follow the curve para mas maging maganda yung resulta. Okay, so this one is called the descending stem loop. So, yan ang height niya. So, pababa siya dito sa line na ito. Okay, so may tanong ba so far sa ating basic strokes before we proceed? So if you have questions, feel free to leave it in the chat box. Okay naman so far? Nakakasunod naman lahat? Okay? Patingin nga. Patingin. Wow, si Brandon, oh. May gawa si Brandon, oh. Ang galing. Oh, si Kristen din nakasunod. Nice. Good job. Okay. Oh, si Kyla meron din. Nice one. Okay, so thank you for following along. Ngayon naman, try na natin gawin to lahat into the lowercase letters. So pwede kung may space pa kayo dito, pwedeng dito, or you can get another blank space, blank paper. Siyempre, pwede rin gumamit ng ibang kulay para mas maganda. Mas makulay, mas maganda. Okay, so I'll use this pinkish color. Again, from Titus HD marker. Okay, so let's start with drawing the letters A. So pag magdodraw tayo ng letter A, hindi siya katulad ng cursive writing. So paano ba tayo nagsusulat ng cursive writing? Yung A natin is like as one motion lang, one quick motion na ganyan. Pero sa calligraphy, we draw the letters stroke by stroke. So paano yung stroke by stroke? So for letter A, we have two strokes. One is oval and then the other is the U shape. So simulan natin mag-draw ng oval. And then thicken this part. Tapos i-attach natin ngayon yung U shape or yung underthird. So dito, yan. So this is our letter A. So may letter A ka na. So common mistake is hindi na tinatapos yung oval, parang ginagawa na lang C. Since meron naman ditong i-attach na neck shape. So kung makikita nyo, mas maganda yung transition dito kasi buo yung oval. Hindi katulad dito, parang disformed na yung oval shape. So kailangan buo nating i-draw yung oval shape. Taken your downstroke and your underturn. So this is your letter A. Okay, so now for our letter B. So letter B, we have this ascending stem loop. So mas mataas siya. Ascending stem loop and then thicken your downstroke. Pwedeng i-fill in nyo na with colors or pwedeng hayaan nyo muna siya. Tapos i-attach natin itong reversed oval. So dyan, reversed oval. Sa reverse oval, kahit hindi na siya mabuo na oval, okay lang. Tapos, where are the downstrokes? So itong mga downstrokes na to. Yan. So you have your letter B. Now, for us to be able to get ready for connecting letters, lalagyan natin to ng extra upstroke dito. Kasi ito yung magiging connector natin later. So itong mga to, mamaya, magiging connector yan for us to be able to form the words. Okay? Now, we proceed to letter C. So letter C natin, we have an half oval. So hindi natin i-close yung oval natin. Draw lang tayo ng letter C. And then, we draw our thick downstrokes manually. So that's our letter C. Or pwede rin naman na i-extend natin palabas. Yan. And then here is our thick downstroke. So mas maganda kung meron tayong extension dito para later when we form the words, we have our connectors. Now let's proceed to letter D. So D, we start with an oval shape. Oval shape. Tapos, don't forget where your downstroke is. And then, ngayon, magmo-modify tayo ng ascending stem loop. So, kanina yung ascending stem loop natin, we ended up with a line, with a straight line here. Ngayon, lalagyan natin siya ng style para mas maging makatotohanan yung calligraphy natin. Instead of stopping here, tutuloy pa natin siya sa underturn. So, ang magiging resulta niyan is, you have your loop, tapos tutuloy pa natin siya to an underturn. And then, similar pa rin naman kung saan yung ating thick downstroke. Yan. So, di ba? Mukha ng calligraphy na brush pen, parang brush pen yung ginamit natin because we are imitating the look of a brush pen calligraphy. So we proceed now with the letter E. So yung letter E natin, we start with a small loop. So maliit na loop and then draw an oval papuntang kaliwa tapos palabas. Yan. And then here is where our downstroke is. So that's the E. So ulitin natin yung E kasi medyo tricky yung shape niya. So loop. And then oval tapos palabas. So kung mapapansin nyo, I have a gap here because that's where I am inserting my downstroke. So don't worry if you didn't leave a gap kasi if you are going to fill in naman the thick stroke, So, okay lang kahit may line doon sa gitna. Kasi kukulayan din naman natin siya. So, whether you do it with the gap or you don't want to do it with the gap, that's okay. So, okay pa ba? Nakakasunod? Okay, may tanong si Yuri. Ma'am, yung reverse compound curve, parang S. Reverse compound curve, yes, parang S siya, pero ito kasi yung S, yan. Pero ito, naka-horizontal siya. Okay, so we have already done the first 5 letters. So we proceed now with the letter F. So letter F, we start with a combination of, ito mas mahaba to, we have ascending stem loop, tapos tuloy-tuloy siya sa reverse descending stem loop. So hindi sila pantay. Ito yan. Yan. And then we fill here with our downstroke. And add here an exit stroke. So mahaba yung stroke natin sa F. Again, start with the loop upwards. And then draw another loop on the right side. So ganyan yung itsura niya. Parang clip. Parang siyang link. And then here we are going to draw our downstroke. And don't forget your connector. So this one is your connector. So that's the F. This is the F in calligraphy. Now for the letter G, again, we have an oval shape. So start with an oval shape. Draw your thick downstroke. And we are going to use descending stem loop. So here I'm going to attach downstroke and then loop. Tapos, we just reinforce this line to make our thick stroke. So letter G, and we just add exit stroke. Okay, so for H, we use our ascending stem loop. So different height din to, mas mataas siya kumpara sa ating mga letter E, A, and C. So ka-height ng letter B. So you have ascending stem loop and then our compound curve. Itong compound curve natin ito. So attach ko dito. Compound curve, and don't forget your downstroke. Now we proceed to letter I. So I is as simple as an underturn stroke. So underturn stroke. And then just add your dot. So that's the letter I. Pwede nyo ding lagyan yung dot nyo. It's a simple circle. Pwede nyo din siyang lagyan ng thick downstroke. Pero it's not necessary naman. Usually, I just make my dot a simple circle. So similar to the letter J, so we have descending stem loop, then reinforce your downstroke, fill it with colors, and then your dot. So that's the J, but don't forget to add a connector. Yan. So that's the letter J in calligraphy. Next, we have letter K. So letter K, we start with ascending stem loop. Ascending stem loop, fill this it. And then we are going to have a new stroke. So para tayong magdo-drawing ng, we start from pataas, parang letter P na pataas, and then this stroke. So para siyang ribbon, parang letter R. So ito ngayon yung stroke na i-attach natin dito for our letter K. So one stroke pataas, and then again here, pa U-shape naman. So it's up to you if you want this. Since itong stroke na to pababa, so it's up to you if you want to fill that with your thick stroke. Or pwede rin wala na. If that's the style that you like, pwede rin yun. Kahit ano doon, walang problema. Okay, so that's the letter K. Now for letter L, we have this stroke. Ito. Ito na mismo yun, yung letter L natin. We start with ascending stem loop na magtutuloy sa underturn. So ito na yung ating letter L in calligraphy. Okay, so now we have letter M. So M, we start with a downstroke. So downstroke natin, it's a simple rectangular shape. And then we use our overturn. So overturn muna and then draw your thick downstroke. And a compound curve. So tatlong stroke si letter M. So again, pwede din gumamit ng iba-ibang kulay. So for example, sa M, I'll start with the pink for my downstroke. Tapos change color. Draw your overturn stroke. Tapos babalik tayo sa pink. Yan. So you can see the separation of the strokes. We have 3 strokes here. So similar to M, yung N naman has 2 strokes lang. So tatanggalin lang natin yung overturn. So overturn natin, letter N, thick downstroke, and a compound curve. So that's the letter N. And then we have letter O. So letter O, it's an oval shape. Draw your thick downstroke here. And then from the inside, so magdodraw lang tayo ng extension loop. So again, oval shape, your thick downstroke, tapos extension loop. Yan, ganyan lang si letter O. And then the letter P, we have a downstroke na i-extend natin kasing size ng ating mga letter G, letter J. So lumalagpas sila dito sa line ng ating mga lowercase letters na iba. So downstroke and then reversed oval. So reverse oval and an exit stroke. So again, thick downstroke, reversed oval, and another connecting stroke. Okay, so for the letter Q, we start with an oval shape. Tapos ngayon, gagamitin natin itong stroke na to na ginamit natin sa letter F kanina. Yan. So, from here, downstroke, tapos loop. And then, just reinforce your thick stroke. And connecting stroke. Okay, so nakakasunod po ba? You have questions? So I read from Rose, yung L po parang E. Yes, parang E pero yung loop natin is mas malaki katulad ng ating ascending stem loop kasi yung loop natin sa letter E maliit lang. And it is horizontal. So papunta tayong horizontal dito sa letter L pataas. Okay, so that's our letter Q. Now, let's move on to letter R. So, letter R natin, we have a new stroke. So, ang gagawin natin, kanina, yung upstroke natin, it's a simple upstroke. Ngayon naman, instead of just stopping here, we're going to create a loop. So, your upstroke, and then loop, tapos horizontal line. And then from here, we are going to attach U-shape or underturn stroke. So it's up to you if you want this to be wide or medyo narrow lang. So you have your own style. And no matter what you do, if it's wide or narrow, okay lang yon. Okay, so for the letter S naman, ang gagawin natin is, we just draw, I'll teach you two ways to draw the letter S. So the first one is, we draw an upstroke. And then we will draw a rectangular shape, parang kisses. Then we will put a dot at the center. Tapos we'll just reinforce this with our thick downstroke. Yan. So ito yung ating S with the exit stroke. So again, itong side na to, just draw a curvy triangular shape tapos dot sa dulo. Yan. So you have entrance stroke, and then curvy triangular with the dot at the end, and thick stroke here, tapos exit stroke. So if you don't like this style of S, pwede rin naman you just draw the S as is, and then we'll just analyze where is the downstroke. So dito, pataas tayo, dito pababa, and here, pataas. So we can reinforce our thick downstroke here and here. Yan. So pwedeng ganyan din yung S na gamitin nyo. Okay, so we move on to letter T. So letter T, we have an extended underturn. So kanina, ito yung ating underturn stroke. Ngayon, i-extend natin yung thick downstroke. So mas mataas ngayon siya, pero yung thin stroke niya is pantay lang din. So this is letter T with a crossbar. So hindi pantay yung kanilang thick downstroke. Mas mataas or doble yung height ni letter T. And then yung letter U natin, it's just combination of two underturn strokes. So one underturn, tapos dadagdag pa ulit tayo ng another underturn. So that's the letter U. Dalawang underturn na pinagsama. And then the letter V, simply draw a V shape. Tapos, para mas stylistic yung ating letter V, instead of stopping here, so letter V, tapos tuloy natin siya sa loop. So again, draw V, tapos i-loop around lang siya doon sa taas. And then here, we are going to draw our downstroke. So mas mataas itong loop na to compared sa height nito. Yan. So hindi siya kapantay. Medyo itaas nyo konti yung loop. And similar to letter W, so gagamitin din natin to. But instead of V shape, U shape yung gagamitin natin. So we start with an underturn. Tapos another underturn, but with a loop. And here is our thick downstroke. So again, yung loop is mas mataas dun sa U shape natin. Okay, so letter X. Sa letter X naman, ang gagamitin natin ay compound curve. So here is our thick downstroke sa compound curve. And we'll just draw a cross stroke here. So depende sa inyo kung gusto nyo na pa-curve yung upstroke or straight lang. So it's your preference. So compound curve and then upstroke sa gitna, or pwede rin naman compound curve and curvy upstroke. And then last two letters. So we have the Y. Letter Y starts with U-shape or underturn. Tapos, mag-a-add lang tayo ng descending stem loop. So, descending stem loop, and then your thick downstroke. Tapos, connecting stroke. So, letter Y. And then last, yung ating letter Z, overturn stroke. Tapos we're going to attach this overturn, medyo mas maliit lang, overturn, tapos add tayo ng loop. So ito yung isolated stroke niya. So this one, attach natin dito. Ganyan yung magiging itsura niya. So again, ulitin natin dito, overturn. And I'll use another color so you can visualize it clearly. So yan siya. This new stroke and an exit stroke. Okay, so that's the Z. Okay, so now we finished the basic strokes and now you know how to form the lowercase letters. So, wow, Brandon! Kita ko na agad yung gawa ni Brandon. Good job! Okay, how about the others? Are you able to follow along? O, si Yuri din. Good job. And Christine also has her work. O, ang ganda ng Z. And Kyla. Okay, good job. So, do you have questions so far? Kate is asking, is my camera open? Where is Kate? Kate, no. Your camera is not open. So, before we proceed with our project for today's workshop, do you have questions with the lowercase letters so far? Okay, wala naman. So, now let's proceed with our final project. So, I want you to grab a clean piece of paper because this is what we are going to do as our final project. So, the quote that we're going to write is, "You can do magic." Okay, so I have here a new piece of paper. And applying everything that we've learned so far, we're going to connect those letters. So you can follow along as I write. And you can choose any color that you like. You can choose alternating colors. You can do that too. Maybe we can do that on the word magic. So, but for now, I'll be using color pink. And let's start our final project. So we will start with the letter Y. So letter Y, we have underturn stroke. Don't forget your thick downstroke on this area. And then descending stem loop. Yeah, so descending stem loop and our connector here. And then we draw our letter O. So attach nyo lang dun sa last stroke ni letter Y. And then here is our thick downstroke and our extension loop Tapos here from the last stroke of O, we connect our letter U that starts with a U shape and another U shape. Okay, so now you have already formed the word U. So let's continue with the next word. So form your letter C. And then next we have the A. So the A starts with the oval shape. And then your underturn stroke. And we have our thick downstroke and compound curve. Okay, so you now have 2 words on your paper. And then we do our next word, which is the word do. So starts with an oval shape. So here is your thick downstroke. And then our ascending stem loop that continues to an underturn. Then here is our thick downstroke. And then attach here your letter O. And connecting stroke. Okay, so far nakakasunod ba? Oh, meron na agad si Brandon. Nice one. Oh, di ba? Colorful nung kay Brandon. Okay, let's try to do the word. Oh, meron din si Yuri. Okay, so now we proceed with the last word, which is the word magic. So here, I'll use alternating colors to make it like magical. So I'll start with a blue color. So thick downstroke. Thick downstroke, and then your overturn. Compound curve. So I have my M with the blue. Now I'll write the next letter with green. So A starts with an oval shape. And then your underturn. And then you can use another color. So maybe I'll go back to pink for my letter G. And then the descending stem loop, followed by your thick downstroke and your connector. So don't forget your connector. Then I'll use an orange for my letter I. And don't forget your dot or your circle at the top of the letter I. And lastly, our letter C. So maybe I can use yellow color, or maybe that's too light. I'll use the red. So letter C. Okay, so there. Now you now have your simple quote done with easy calligraphy with the Titus HD marker. And then, of course, you can design this. So maybe you can add some flowers or some dots. It's up to you how you want your final project to look like. So I'll give you some time to finish your final project while Brandon's already done. Nice one, Brandon. Good job. Galing, galing ni Brandon. Wow, Annalise is already done. Ang ganda naman ng project. And Kyla also. Nice one. I'm so happy to see your works. Feel free to share them on Instagram. So you can also tag us. Israelita is also done. Ang ganda. Meron pa siyang flowers all around her artwork. Nice one. So don't be shy. You should be proud of your new skill. Ganda ng work ni Israelita and the others. Okay, so while we wait for others to finish their artworks, I encourage you to tag us on Instagram and use the hashtag SM Stationery Art Fest 2023 and hashtag Titus. So tag us on Instagram with your workshop photos and Titus will reach out with a surprise. So sino bang hindi gusto ng surprise, di ba? So if you have Instagram account, be ready to take a photo of this workshop, maybe your artwork that you're proud of, or just an ongoing workshop with us, and tag us para sa surprise from Titus. Oh, nakita ko na yung work ni Jenna. Wow, ang ganda. And Michelle also has her work. Okay, so, oh, si Meng. Wow, good job. I'm so proud of you. So maybe we can have our picture taking if you're already done, or is anyone else still doing the final project? Okay. So if you still need to copy our final project, this is what our final project looks like. Okay, so everyone is already showing their artworks. Alvin, can I ask your help for a group photo to screenshot our workshop today?
Okay. I'll take a photo, but I think SM team shall also take a photo as well. Thank you everyone for participating. Please hold up yung finished works natin for the group photo.
Yan. O, mag-posting na kayo. Tapos tag nyo na kami sa Instagram para sa surprise. Okay, everyone, show your works. Be proud.
Is everyone ready? Okay. So, okay. Okay, hold on daw kay Kate. Sige, I'll wait for about 10 seconds kasi we also have other people, no? So, okay. I'll take a screenshot. All right. Thank you, everyone. I'll take another screenshot again. Baka may na-miss ako. All right. Thank you, everyone. Okay na.
Yes,
Ayan,
okay.
si Miss Kate hahabol. O sige, ano na natin. Kuha ba ako ulit ng isang screenshot?
Dali na, para kompleto tayo sa group photo.
All
Okay.
right, all right, all right. Okay. Sige, I'll take a screenshot on the next 10 seconds. Okay, please hold up. Ayan, pati si Miss Rose nakahabol na din. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay, thank you for sharing your work.
Okay, so now if you have questions, feel free to leave it in the chat box. But if not, we have a special promo for everyone. So if you want to continue learning calligraphy using your brush pen, we have a surprise for you. So you can use this code star SMA F3 for a 15% off on Shopee. And you can use this code until May 31. So this is the Titus brush pen that I was using earlier. Yan, ito, yung Titus brush pen. So if you want to continue learning calligraphy with the use of a brush pen, then definitely try the Titus brush 12s in colors. Okay, so
Hi, Miss Kayla has a comment. Is there another platform I can tag, send you my work? Sure, if you have Facebook, pwede din po Facebook. So, if possible po, sana. Thank you.
Okay, good job, everyone. So please visit SM Stationery. Again, this is brought to you by SM Stationery in partnership with Titus, of course. And for your other arts and crafts needs, please visit SM Stationery. We are located in SM stores nationwide for your arts and crafts, school supplies, and even office supplies. Okay, so thank you everyone again for joining us this afternoon. Bye!